What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for me, I am tired. So tired I done took the R out the word, but just wanted to sit back down, get another daily trade recap out of the way. Came home, I ate, I passed out, and I didn't let the time get behind me, but still want to get this recap out of the way. Today, we had a pretty good day in the market, considering that we were down pretty big first thing this morning. Kind of started the morning off at a disadvantage, but fought back and finished the day out decent. Going into the morning, I had taken some trades the day before, or the night before, I guess I should say. And I put myself in a hole pretty early. But I stuck to my plan, so I can't really be mad. Just took some bad trades. And sometimes you're going to take some bad trades, not going to work, take the stop, keep it pushing. As long as you're sticking to the plan overall, it should kind of balance itself out. And that's what we did today. Just kind of stuck to the plan and we let it balance itself out. So let's go ahead. Let's jump on over into TRADERVUE. Look at the details on these trades. Reviewing trades for Wednesday, June 21st. Took a total of what they are saying is 18 trades. I'm not sure if it actually was that many. But showing 18 trades, 100 contracts. Now that is probably the case. Probably took 100 contracts. Said that our gross P&L was $243.50. We paid $82.65 in commissions. And we kept $160.85 of that $243.50 that we made. Profit, $468.50. We gave back $225 in the form of losing trades. Largest loser was $100. Largest gainer was $237.50. Average hold time was 17 minutes on the winners. Not bad. Looking at our win-loss ratio, 77% winners, 22% losers. Not bad. Let's come down and take a look at our P&L history real quick. And I'm hoping y'all can still hear me because I didn't have the mic in front of me. P&L history. Look at this thing right here, y'all. We started down this morning, $171.75. You see it right there. Ended up fighting, getting back green. About $60. End up taking another red trade, which puts us back down red on the morning. And then we get back green and we just slowly grind ourselves back up to a decent green day. $160.85 green day. So didn't let that red first thing this morning discourage me. Stuck to the plan and fought back, and we did what we did. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trades. Last night was trading MES contracts. Notice, took 5 of them at a time. I stepped it up. I said, I am going to step this thing up, and I'm going to get a little more aggressive. Whether that's a good or bad thing, that's going to remain to be seen. I think that I need to slow this down when I'm trading in the evenings. If you look, I took this trade at 22:40. What's that, 10 o'clock? So I need to kind of, on these after hour sessions, maybe 2 contracts would be good, but I took 5 nonetheless, lost $150. Or I'm sorry, lost 50 on this first trade. Came right back, took another one, $100. So now I'm down 150 bucks. End up going to sleep after taking these trades right here. You see I'm in this trade at 1238. End up stopping out at 130. I wake up and I'm like, doggone it, I was in a trade. Did it have a bracket? Well, lucky it did have a bracket, because this probably would have been a bigger loss. But as I sat down to look and see what was going on, I take a trade 5 o'clock in the morning and get in it. I put the brackets in. I let it do what it do. And it makes us $237.50. So we go from being down 150 to being up a little short of $100. Not bad. Morning session kicks in. Take a small loser. Now I'm just kind of feeling my way out in the market. One contract. You notice these one contracts. So I take a loser on that one. 2 little small winners. And then I start sizing up. Go in 5 contracts, lose 50 bucks. So basically $10 per contract. And then I size up big time. I take 10 contracts, y'all. Make $125. That's basically $12.50 per contract. And then the rest of the morning, I just kind of little small base hits. This right here is one trade, though. I can't even say that. You see 58 seconds and you see 4 of them. It's another one that I was sized in. Let's come over and look here. 2, 4 makes 6, 7, 10. Another order I'm sized in. 10 contracts, MNQ. And let's add that up. 28, 32, 42. So that's making like $5 per contract. This trade right here, I was up over $100, and this thing would go from being up 100 to up 50 to flat to red. It was all over the place, and I market ordered out when it was up 100. I got filled making like 50 bucks on the trade. So that was a lesson learned on that one. Come down, little small base hits. So what we're going to do, go ahead, flip this over to Ninja Trader, and let's take a look at the first 3 for certain. We'll take a look at the first 3, which were MES, left-hand side charts. Already have it pretty much queued up to where it needs to be at. So yesterday evening, sat down, popped open the laptop. I looked, and MES was in a nice uptrend right here. We can see starting at 8 o'clock. Had been in a nice uptrend. Nice uptrend working. And it pulls back. And what I don't pay attention to is how deep this pullback is. And this is why it's good to go back and review the trades, because it kind of lets you see what you did wrong. So nice uptrend. This pulls back. This is a little deeper than it needed to pull back. Pullback should only been the right there. This candle right here should have been the one that was getting broken to go higher. But this pulls back deeper. It comes up, and I buy before this candle is broken. So this is now the pivot high. I buy below the pivot high. That's a recipe for disaster right there. Just looking at it. And we're so late in the day, I'm not going to even really worry about what the 2-minute chart would have been showing. 2-minute chart is not going to make this picture any prettier. Let's kind of scroll over to it real quick, though, just to look. But I already know that it's not. It's going to make it look worse. Look at that. On the 2-minute chart, we're actually in a downtrend. And we get a higher high from this, but I'm still buying below the break of it. So not a good trade. Let's go back over to the 5 minute. Not a good trade, but I take it. I put my stop in the system, and it is what it is. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. Had I been at the desk when I took this trade, break even would have been the best thing to do. Because when this came up and it barely broke this pivot high. Came nowhere as near breaking where we needed to break it. Came up, rolled over. It gives it one more try, not breaking the previous high now. Come back down, have that stop at break even. Don't make no donation. But I wasn't at my desk. This thing breaks and comes on down, stops me out because I have the stop below this key level. If this key level gives it up, which at the time that it stopped me out, VWAP had caught up to it and they were basically even. If that level gives up, trade's dead. Sure enough, trade is dead. So lost 50 bucks on that trade. Let's keep scrolling it over. Market kind of chops around just below that line and it breaks it. Comes up. I get in the trade. But guess what I don't do? When this breaks this, the not pattern, I'm not sure what word I want to use, but the flow of it starts all over again. So when it breaks it, what do I need to see? A retest. I don't do that. I get in right off the break. So I really needed to see this pull back and then go. But we don't get that. So I get in right here. Kind of goes a little bit higher, comes back down. Could have looked at this as the retest. And it fails because it comes back down. And now we set a lower high from this point right here. Again, it gets below this line. That move is dead. All bets off. Look what happens. Big flush down. We lose $100 on this trade. So we 2 for 2 going into the morning. We're 2 for 2. And by this time I done got off work. Then made it home, had, like I said, woke up and I'm like, oh, snaps. I should have been in, I was in a trade. Let me go check on it. But notice this right here, y'all. Fast below the slow. You got VWAP on top. We getting the stack right here when I'm stopping out of this thing. This was the perfect area to actually go short. You can put the get in the order right there, put the stop on top of the candle. That candle is 2 points. That candle is 2 points. Look at what this thing does. So definitely not 2 good trades right there. But okay, no harm, no foul. I wake up about 5 o'clock or so, 4:30, 4:45. And I come over, look and see that I got stopped out of that last trade that I was in for the L. And I noticed the chart. It's coming down, pushing back up. It gets over previous day's close, and it comes back up to this key level right here. And I take the trade, and I put my stop just on the other side of it. And I give this room. So my entry is 43. I'm giving this 5 points. So 44.38 is going to be my stop. Look at what this thing does. So remember, 44.33.50 is my entry. 44.33. Sorry, 44.38.50 is going to be my stop. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drop a line at 43.38.50. So that's where my stop is at. Given this adequate room And this thing just works for us. It just works. I wake up in the morning, basically flat because I'm in right here. That's 40.33. I'm up 3 points. So $15 per point or $15 per contract. I got 5 contracts. I'm up like $75 coming through here. But overall, I'm still red. I'm still red decent. But look at what is happening right here as it breaks previous day's close. Fast under the slow, VWAP on top. That is what I call the stack. So my moving averages are stacked up right now. And VWAP is a moving average. It's volume weighted average price. Boom, get the nice move down. And at this point, I'm kind of just chasing this with my stop. Instead of putting the stop right here after this 5-minute candle has closed, I kind of put it in the middle of it, and you see what happens. It comes back up and it tags me just about in the middle. It's a good thing, because had I had my stop right here, this would have come back and stopped me out, and I would have lost a little bit more, or not lost, but I would have gave back a little bit more of the profits that I had. This thing does eventually just tank all the way out, and it catches an area that I have marked on the chart, kind of chops around, but solid trade. I'm going to delete that line because that's not a price level line. I don't want it to be on my chart confusing me. But that is what we did, y'all, in the morning, leading up into the morning. So now 9:30 rolls around. Let's look and see what we did at 9:30. We'll look at that one losing trade as the market opened. So I'm out right there. Chops around. Market opens. And I go long right here. Looking at the chart, everything is telling me on the 5-minute that I'm looking at to not go long. Why do I say that? Fast is below the slow. This is still in a downtrend, and we don't even have anything showing that we're transitioning. Come down, look at the 15-minute. Same thing. Look at that right there where it clearly transitions fast below the slow. So 15-minute is telling us that we are still in a downtrend. No reason to be trying to think that the market is about to flip right here at market open. No reason. But I'm buying this thinking that we just gonna get a bounce. Nah, poor decision. Stop is just on the other side. I'm only in one contract at this point, and I lose $25. That's that filler. I was saying I put that little feeler contract out there. So that was that 25 that we lost right there. Let's take a look at MNQ real quick. We'll look at that one from 10:05. Let's take a peek at the 10:05 trade. That was the one I went in very big on that bad boy. I went in 10 contracts, y'all. And I had no problem sizing up today. I'm comfortable sizing up. Very comfortable sizing up. So 10:04 is when we get in this thing. This is on a 2-minute chart. And what the market had been doing was kind of just bouncing between these levels. Just bouncing between these levels. So I take 10 contracts here. And you notice I was only in that trade like 58 seconds. It broke this level straight up. And let's take a look at that real quick. I'm getting in at, let's see, what was the buy? Getting in at 15,101. 10 contracts. What's the high? 15,117. That's 17 points. $2 per point. It's 34. Wow. Now, I did not get to see this full movement, but from here all the way up, that was $320 or so, $340. This thing comes up and it comes back down. Like I said, I was up over $100 in this position, but MNQ, when the market is rolling, is a beast. That thing is whipsawing, it's chopping all around, and I marketed out of the order, and it let me see just how much slippage you can get when you market out of MNQ. But I want to look at something real quick. Would have gotten stopped out had I stayed in this thing. And look at the we'll drop another line right there real quick. Look at what that tail did. It just came and got people that had their stops right there. Stops you out, and then it takes your money and goes. But no problem. We made 50 something bucks off of the trade. Let's keep it pushing. Let's see. Is there any other ones? I don't think so. We're going to wrap it there. We've been at this thing 20 minutes. I did a little more talking in the beginning than I usually do, but that's what we did today, y'all. I'm happy with the way I traded, especially those evening trades. Coming back, looking at them on the actual chart. I shouldn't have been taking those. I should not have been, but I stuck to the plan. I had my stop in place. Without that stop in place, who knows what I would have woke up to. I could have been down $1,000 or something crazy, but that's why those stops need to be in place. And I'll take trades like that more often. If I see in the evenings, that the market is looking halfway decent. One thing that I was mentioning in the Discord today is that, I need to look more at the times in the evenings. One thing that I did notice yesterday evening was that 10:30 p.m., the volatility was like 10 a.m. in the morning. So there's a market that must come into play at 10:30 p.m. London session begins at 3 a.m. So we get volatility at 3 a.m. The volume increases in the futures. So I need to be more cognizant, and I need to pay more attention to those times, just like if I was trading in the morning at 9:30. I know at 10 o'clock, some reports may come out that may kind of affect the trade. So need to pay a little bit more attention. Boom. Good gracious. Let me switch back over as I'm talking, and it's 10:10. Look at what MNQ has been doing in volume. It's 10:10 p.m. Something just came out. Some market just dropped some news, and MNQ, which has been trading in 1 to 5 point candles, has just traded in a 10-point candle. This is a perfect example of what I'm just speaking on. Look at the volume that is in this candle right here. Look at the volume that is in that candle. So this is a perfect example. Hopefully there's some people out there still watching it this late in the video, but this right here, wow. This is a bear flag, y'all. Higher lows, lower highs. This thing breaks to the downside. You could easily put your stop there or put it up here. You up 3R right now. Man, that is a beautiful thing. But let's go ahead. Let's get up out of here. I'm about to get interested in taking some trades now that I see a little volatility coming in. But as always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button already, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comment section. There was someone that asked me in one of the comments, and I need to reply back. He was asking me what my moving averages are on my charts. On my 2-minute and my 5-minute, my fast is 10, my slow is 20. Those are EMAs, exponential moving averages. On my 15-minute chart, it's a 15 and a 30. And let's see what it is on the hourly. I want to say it's the same. Yeah, on the hourly it's 15 and 30 EMAs as well. So 2 and 5 minute, 10 and 20, 15 and hourly, 15 and 30. And I will go back in the comments and catch that comment and reply. On that note, I'm wrapping this one up, and we'll be back at it again in the morning. Peace.